Some of you signed up for this program to build some structure and accountability into your launch process. And some of you have had this business idea for a long time, but for one reason or another, you haven't launched yet or you haven't fully advertised yourself yet. And there are reasons for that. And I'm sure you know people around you who don't seem to be stuck and were able to just take off and run with it. And now they're successful. And you probably wondered why they were able to achieve so much more than you, so much faster than you. And it's because they didn't have as much baggage weighing themselves down. And that happened to me. I had a coworker who obviously we worked together and we went to the same art school and we were both in our 20s, working in a restaurant, working late nights with, booze and distractions. But when she graduated, she took off and worked super hard and built a super successful interior design firm that was highly publicized, and she got huge. And I was happy for her, but I also remember comparing myself and thinking, what the fuck happened to me? Like, why couldn't I do that? And after a lot of unpacking and self-study, I realized that I had a lot of subconscious self-limiting beliefs that was completely sabotaging my ability to do what she did. But after recognizing that, it was a fundamental step in removing it. So if you're here, congratulations for recognizing that you're actually expediting your success by giving yourself a little bit of support. And perhaps there were some self-limiting beliefs or patterns getting in your way. But we're going to change that so you can take off. And I have good news for you. The limitations that you've been challenged with are coming from thoughts that are wired into your subconscious, from your past, from your deep past. And they were powerful enough to put a ceiling on your dreams up to this point. But if you address those thoughts and reframe them, they will also be powerful enough to propel you towards your goals. So how does this work? It's basic neuroscience. When you have self-doubt rattling around in your subconscious, there are self-limiting thoughts there just playing on repeat. And they're being rehearsed over and over again in your brain, and over time, they form beliefs. And those beliefs have an enormous influence on your decisions, your actions or inactions, and your behaviors. Your beliefs directly determine your reality. And most of us aren't even really aware of them because those thoughts came from a really long time ago when you were little and someone told you, maybe you're not really cut out for that. Maybe you had a parent who was really hard on you, or peers who made fun of you, or maybe you grew up poor in a really affluent environment. Somehow you had some trauma and now you're an adult and you thought you grew out of it. But if you never address that negative self-talk, it's still there and it's still limiting you. But the good news is you can replace those thoughts and reprogram your subconscious. And we're going to talk about how to do that in the next lesson.